mention this is, our emotions do matter, right? However, if we're constantly being triggered about past situations or people or circumstances, we need to change our circle. That's why you guys are here, right? We need to change the circle of people that we are hanging around with, that we are with, if you want to progress. If you want to be a millionaire, you need to hang around with people that have a millionaire mindset. If you want to travel, you need to hang around with people that are constantly talking about traveling and doing it. Yeah, I see Alice has got a big smile on her face. Osvaldo and Georgina as well, right? Because we are together working in those very same things that we want. However, if you are reaching for these targets and these goals, but you have people around you that are not of the same mindset, I want to ask you this question. Why are they still in your life? Why are you allowing them to trigger you? Why are you allowing them to bring the past into your future? You are staying stuck. And stuck is one of our biggest problems with Black people, is being stuck in our mind, stuck in the past. That takes us right back to slave mentality, right? You're trapped in a mind and you're stuck trying to figure it out. All you need to do is take one step forward. And that step forward is looking at your circle and going, am I in a right place with the right people, rubbing my shoulders together and working collectively to achieve a goal? It could even be triggers in your family, right? We may not be able to choose our family, but we can choose how much time we spend with them. We can also choose how much we tell them. You don't have to tell them everything. And when I wrote this book was a situation in my life that I was being triggered by going on social media, looking at what perceived to me that everyone was doing amazing and better than me, and comparing myself and telling myself I was a failure. That was a small trigger that I needed to remove. So I did a couple of things. I called it detox the mind, right? I took myself away from social media for a while. I took myself off of WhatsApp and I focused on my mindset. And when I was strong enough to go back, I went back and I started a new Facebook, because now I want new people in my life. I want to create a different version of my new self. I don't want to be triggered by being asked, what happened before? Who were you before? Because I'm not that same person anymore. So I started again, and there is nothing wrong with starting over with new people. So as you guys are about to listen to our presentation, both presentations by myself, my team, we've got here amazing Alice Santos, we've got Osvaldo Gomes, we've got Georgina Suarez, myself, and some members of our team that are also here listening. You're also going to get to have another presentation with regards to let's build wealth together, what that is. And I want to ask you this question. Stay if you want to change your mindset. Leave if you don't think it's for you and you want to stay stuck, right? The choice is really yours. You've come in this platform to learn something. And we're going to give you an amazing presentation where we're talking about unity versus collective performance. If you take anything out of this presentation is, how can I connect with other people? As Nubian Princess said, one of my triggers is not having the right connections. And that is the small step that she can take. And this is what we're going to give you in this presentation. So Osvaldo, I'm going to give you co-hosting rights to share a presentation. And at some point we're going to stop because we're going to show you guys a couple of videos. Make co-host. Osvaldo, your co-host now.
Thank you. I'm going to share the screen with you guys. All right. And today we're going to be talking about unity versus collective performance. And like Nilsa was saying in amazing words, how important is to deal with our emotions, how important is to have tools to make sure we do our best to be the best we can be. So today, unity versus collective performance. Why this title? I'm gonna start by saying, you know, I've been hearing people saying about changing the narrative. I've been people seeing gatherings of us Africans for a purpose, for a change. But it is important to understand that, yes, uniting is a start, but it should end in there. It should be continuously. There's the state of getting us together for a mutual agreement should have a way, should carry on working together, should be in place. We should have tools to deal with each other among Africans. And that's what we're going to be talking today here. We'll be focused on our people. And this is what we need. We need more of these gatherings. We need to be together, but we need to also come to the answer, are we working together? That's why we pick unity versus collective performance. We can have a mutual agreement, and then we can start uniting for that mutual agreement. But the important is, we should ask ourselves is, are we having the right tools to carry on together? And today, we want to be focused on the collective performance. Because why we're not going to talk a lot about unity? Because we've been doing that. We are here together today talking about collective performance. You see, when we say change the narrative, we should change the narrative, but we also should be the narrative. And when we talk about unity, we also should be collective performance, should be that mutual agreement that unites us all as Africans. For us here, collective means a number of African individuals considered as one group, business organization acting together. And performance is the action or process of an African business performing a task or function in partnership with other African business organizations or groups. So I want to, before I go to the next slide, I want to tell you my experience as a businessman. You know, the image that I had for many years as a businessman was not positive. I would think that our businesses, they're not performing well, because when we talk about international businesses, I don't see a lot of African businesses coming up. And it is important for us to take responsibility. So, and to understand that we need to do something, because the next generation will follow us. We have a very, very important role within Africa and as Africans. And we've seen many negative things related to us, and it's our responsibility to work together and change that and be the change. So I want to, in order to do that, to be the change, you know, I think I started developing a few years with my team, this program we call image-based model program. And why image? You know, we actually, the word is imagem, which is in Portuguese, is Latin, which means image, because picture is worth 1,000 words, you know. And if we look at, you know, I've been in Africa, I've been in Europe, I've been in South America, and we Africans tend to have the same behavior everywhere we go. So, and we tend to send the same image everywhere we go. So we understand that it comes from a history background, that we understand that. We've been talking about that for many years, but it's not what we're going to talk here today. What I want to talk today here is how we can go forward, how we can deal with these issues. And a few years ago, I started thinking that we need to change that. So me and my team, we create a program, a training program that calls image-based model. And I want to quote here one of an important quote from the biggest and the oldest book in the world, from the Bible, Genesis chapter 1, verses 27, that says, God created man in his own image. In the image of God, he created him. Male and female, he created them. So, you know, when I read this quote, I thought, oh my God, this is so powerful. But I'm not talking that God is black. I'm not talking that God is white, blue eyes, or no. What I understood with this quote was that we have the power to create, because we have we were created like God image. So we have the power to create. We have the power to change. But that's where I start understanding that relies the problem. And in order to understand us, we need to go back, understand our history, or we need to start telling our history, writing our books, so people understand, so we as Africans understand better what are the social trends, what we're doing now, what is the impact in 20 years. We need to be prepared for the next years coming. We need to and change many things that we create along these years. Resistance to acceptance, that's really important. Not only that, there's many things that we need to change. And in order to understand what is innovation, what is to be changed, we need to go and to know what is the old habits that we have, so we can carry on. And this is the IBM training that we've been working on. And I want to ask my colleague Nilza to read this for you guys, and then we're gonna she will carry on the presentation.
Thank you, Osvaldo. Amazing, amazing, amazing. You touched on some amazing points, and I just wanted to take over. The design thinking of our training is structured by African and diaspora professionals with extensive experience in successful multinationals. The managers of these companies have remarkable technical knowledge of business administration, as well as a professional profile linked to ethical and moral practice in a corporate environment. The thinking of these directors relates the evolution and development of the company with the ethical behavior that is a fundamental requirement to making impactful decisions. That is what the image-based model is. Next slide, please. So I'm going to talk about transformative moments, and we're going to cover history, personal and professional, and how our history has led to how we behave in a personal and professional way. So when we're talking about African social trends, right, back in history, and I'm talking back in slavery days, right, we weren't prepared for what came to us. And the reason why we weren't prepared is because we weren't collectively working together, nor were we uniting. Because if we were, and we had the tools that we're about to show you today with our image-based model, is that none of the things that happened to us back in the days would have happened. But we can't go back and change the past. But what we can do, as Brother Mitri said, is we can create history, because African history is starting today. We are starting now, right? In this present moment, we are creating our African history, because as Osvaldo said, we were made in God's image, therefore we can create. So I'm going to tell you, if we don't solve these issues of working together collectively, you're going to see a breakdown and continue to see a breakdown in families, in youths, in crimes, in moments that should be celebratory, is moments where we're losing people in a wrong mindset because everybody's working for survival mode. Everyone is trying to fight for their own individual life, right? Back in the day when I was depressed, I was fighting on my own, not realizing there was so much support that I could have had. Now, obviously, we've had the pandemic. That has increased the amount of mental health issues that we've had, the amount of crime that we've had. And again, people have continued to work as a one, not as a two, and not progressively collectively as what we're about to show you. So, you know, you've had things like divorce, you've had things like single mothers, you've got more single parent families, you've got more domestic violence, and you've got all of these issues that is now affecting our professional life. Therefore, instead of seeing great entrepreneurs, great, amazing Black entrepreneurs, you're seeing people losing their businesses, failing in their business. And what we're here to show you is that we can create transformative moments that are here to last in order to create our African history by following what we're about to show you in this presentation and by taking on the power of what we're about to show you in an image-based model. And we're going to show you a bit more as we go along. So transformative moments should be ones that we are proud to speak about, proud to share. You know, weddings, families staying together, youths actually creating greatness. We've got an amazing youth mentor here that works with us, Georgina, and we are creating history for them by being the change and leading by example. And who are we? So I'm going to let my colleague Alice go first. And meet yourself. You're muted, Han.
I could keep on talking, right? Oh, well. Hi, everyone. It's great to be here. Amazing stuff being shared. And just to introduce myself, my name is Alice Santos. I am a former paratrooper, high performance coach, international speaker, and also proudly part of APSC Business Alliance as operation director. So this is about me. Osvaldo, you want to introduce yourself, and then Nelza?
Yes.
Please share where you're from as well, Alice.
Say that again, sorry?
Where you're from?
Where I'm from? I am from Portugal, background Cape Verde. So it's like a mix, Cape Verde, Portugal, living in the UK, but currently in Portugal, sunny, hot Portugal.
Hi, like you already know, my name is Osvaldo Gomes. Yeah, I'm the CEO and founder of APSC Business Alliance, an international speaker and the sales director of the APSC Business Alliance. I'm from Cape Verde. I was born in Portugal, but I like to say I'm from Cape Verde. I'm African first, and son of two Cape Verdean parents, and I'm also founder and CEO of APSC and Apex Card, which is the Afro People Experience, an app that is being developed to be introduced to the Afro people globally. So I'm going to pass to my colleague, Nelza.
Thank you. And I am a queen born in Mozambique, lived in Portugal, and ended up here in the UK. But I'm returning to Africa very, very soon. As you know, I am the empowerment coach here, but I'm also a mindset elevation coach. And what a mindset elevation coach is, I elevate your mind. I support you in elevating your mind. If you want to become a millionaire, let's elevate your mind to think, act, behave like a millionaire, and then manifest it. And that's what I do. I'm also proud team member of APSC Business Alliance, and I'm the engagement director.
So Alice, I would allow you to carry on to the next one.
Yeah, thank you, Osvaldo. And if you allow me, I will share a little bit of my story, who I am. And this takes me back to my military experience in Portugal as I served for 6 years. I had this life-changing that I wasn't expecting. So my life was to be in the military, and all the plans that I had in my life at the time was all in the army. I had an accident, a serious accident that I broke my knee. My role was a paratrooper, so I had to jump out of a plane for a living, and I couldn't do that anymore. That was a shock for me, because that was who I am, or who I thought I was at the time. And my identity was all glued to that life. And when that was abruptly changed, I felt lost. I felt that I didn't belong. And one thing that I did, and it's so funny that nowadays you look back and you can see everything so clearly. I look back and I can see myself blaming everyone else around me, or the circumstances, you know, thinking back 1,000 times, how could I do that day differently so I could have my life back the way that I thought it should be. But that was not who I was. That was part of my life. That was a chapter, a lesson, and something that I bring today so strongly. And all the lessons that I learned there today is so clear in my life. Is that the structure? Is that the discipline? Is that the command, the doer, the masculine energy that I have? And Niels has so beautifully helped me to balance with my feminine. But that was a lesson. That was not who I was. That was part of my life that would open doors for me today. That is unbelievable. But it is a shock for you to learn who you are along the way. But once you do, and I'm not saying it's easy when you're there, because it's not, it led me, I'm just going to cut the story short, but it led me to a depression, because it was really who I believed I was, but I was not. And we are so many things that we don't even know. And sometimes we don't allow ourselves to learn about ourselves, just because who we have around us, as Nielsen mentioned at the beginning. The life that we are living, the circle that we have around us that make us believe that we are something, but we are not that something. That is part, you know, and that's it might be just a lesson that you have to learn. This is the little story that I wanted to share with you. I'll pass now to Osvaldo. And I would like to ask you to just write down on the chat while we carry on with the presentation. Ask yourself this question: who am I right now? Who am I?
That's a big question, you know, and identity as well is important. I think along the way, we as Africans start losing our identity, you know, and like I said, I have an organization, I call it African Portuguese Speaking Community. When I decide to have this name, you know, I had some barriers that I found within my own community, stating that why African, they're gonna block us. We are not, I'm not African, I was born in Portugal. And I said, all right, but your collar doesn't say that. I was born as well in Portugal. And when they asked me, who am I would say, I'm Osvaldo Gomes. And then they would ask, but where you're from? I said, right, but the question was, who am I? I said, I'm Osvaldo Gomes. Oh, you want to know where I'm from? That's different. But when I was young, I used to say, I was born here, I'm from here. Oh, sorry, but where your parents are from? Because obviously you're not from here. You know, it was so many times that this was continuously happening that I decided to say straight away when they asked me, who are you? I'm African. So I would stop all the other questions. But, you know, and this question also is asked in many ways, in many areas of our lives, professionally, us personally, with us when we look in the mirror to find out who we are. You know, one day I look at myself in the mirror and I ask myself, who am I? You know, and I wrote a poem, and in the poem I was saying that I am a father when I'm with my daughters, a grandfather when I'm with my granddaughter, a brother when I'm with my brother and sisters, you know, a friend, a colleague when I'm with my colleagues and my friends. You know, all these things that I am, you know, it's just a relationship that I have with those people. It's not who I am, you know. You see, it's really important that we mention this because, you know, along the years, we've been developing tools that actually breaking us to carry on working together, be in relationships, be with my daughters, be with my sisters, you know, and this is what IBM talks about, you know. I realized that, you know, I am a father, yes. I am a brother, yes. But this is the relationship that I have. What makes me is the tools that I bring to be who I am, which is really important, you know? So I start saying, I am strong, courage, resilient, I have determination, I'm creative, I have the power, the passion, you know? And I start using those tools. Empathy, I'm an effective listener. And when I start being those things, my relationships start improving. And I realize, looking at African communities, not only in here, because I've been in UK, I've been in Holland, in France, Portugal, Angola, Cape Verde, Brazil, and I noticed that we have the same behavior, same social patterns that we need to change. And that starts with our individual performance. Each one of us need to understand that the tools that we have should be carefully looked at. So when we start being resistant, we change it to acceptance. We listen to our business partner or friend and see him as a businessman, see him as a company, as someone that can bring something positive, and listen to what his message and try to accept what he's saying. Because the resistance is blocking us to partnership, business to business, organizations to organizations. And these tools that we develop along, like my colleague Nelson was saying, and really important, and Alice as well, is, you know, what was in the past have to be in the past, but we need to understand what actually brought us where we are today. And understanding that we go back in history, that's when we start looking at, we were not prepared when Caucasian people came to our communities, came to our countries, not only one country. It was not one country problem in Africa, it was a continent problem. We were not prepared. And because of that, we end up being slaves. Because of, and while in slavery, we lost the opportunity of creating structures, of working with teams. We lost so many things during our past, so many collective performance tools that when our freedom came, we didn't understood that this is the time we need to build now collective performance, because we haven't been used it for many years. Now we have the freedom to start being with each other, start uniting us all. And now it's time for us to collectively work together. And to work together, we need to go back and see where we've done wrong and change those tools. Resistance to acceptance. That's where, not only that, many other tools, egocentrism, to empathy, to effective listening, to become visionaries, to see the idea of another businessman and invest on that. And for us, this is really important. And that's why APSC BA exists. Is a business alliance, is an alliance where we invite businesses to come together. I'm gonna stop here because we only have 30 minutes, and I'm gonna ask my colleague, Nilza, to carry on the presentation.
So we're gonna, thank you so much, Osvaldo, that was powerful. I'm feeling so inspired because everyone here on this platform has heard me, but it's good to hear from others, especially from a king as well, in your perspective, in your growth and your journey, because we're here to empower our queens as well as our kings. So I'm going to show you guys a small video. Osvaldo, could you just stop sharing? I'm going to stop sharing yours for a second, just to share this quick video about who we actually are and what we do in APSC. So bear with me. I'm going to just do a test of the sound. And if somebody can type in a chat if you can hear us, and I'll start the video back from the beginning. We are African queens and king. Is that okay? Can you all hear? Perfect. I'm going to start from the beginning. We are African queens and king. We are a group of successful, result-driven African entrepreneurs residing in the UK who live and breathe our African culture in a continent and in a diaspora. We decided to lead by example by applying the power of collective performance and combining our 20 years plus experience in business, including high performance coaching, training, sales, and mindset elevation. Our vision is to create global bridges with Afro Portuguese businesses, with a mission to connect entrepreneurs who have the desire to go global and inviting them to join APSC Business Alliance as a VIP member, giving you access to over 500,000 businesses globally, as well as our image-based model program. Our African history and cultural background has impacted heavily on our mindset, creating limiting beliefs that has resulted in solo performance, which impacts the way teams are currently working. This creates division within team performance, which lowers productivity and effectiveness, and eliminates any type of collaboration or innovation. In order for any business to expand, we must understand and apply the power of collective performance, whether that be networking, collaborating, or team cooperation. Visit our website and join our VIP membership, which allows you immediate access to our global business partners and our signature image-based model program. Thank you so much. Osvaldo, you can carry on with sharing a presentation, please. Is this where we are? Yeah, fantastic, cool. So you're probably asking a question now. I know you guys are great, you're amazing, you know, I'm loving the presentation. I've heard some really good comments. How can African Anglophone, Francophone, Lusophone, Hispanophone, and Arabophone collective deliver successful businesses, organizations, and new project ideas? And we've conducted studies, right? And you can read the rest. So there's ways in which you can connect with us. If you read our video, right? You can connect with us by reaching out, and you can do this, you know, open your phones right now. And I've learned this from amazing Queen Hannah Kupali, and follow us. Go straight to our website to find out about becoming a VIP member, which is going to give you access to over 500,000 global businesses in Africa. Now, we've already walked in a talk. Some of you guys have heard that we have partnered up with the amazing Tropics Business Summit in Cape Verde. And I'm going to show you guys another video about that too, but I'll speak about it just for a few seconds. So we've partnered up with an amazing company that's been going for over 6 years, and they have amazing summits and conferences. And as partners with them, we will be taking part in a 5-day conference in October. But before that, we're going to have a few pre-summits where businesses can come along with us. So what we're doing, what we're in the process of doing already, is inviting businesses like yourselves to take part, whether you want to be an investor, a sponsor, or a speaker. We've got amazing speakers on this platform. We've got businesses that want to sponsor. And what we want to ask you is, do you want to stay small in your business, or do you want to go global? The choice really is up to you. So you can either go on our website, become a VIP member, which you'll also have access to our image-based model program. And you can also find out about coming along as a guest or a sponsor, investor, or speaker at the Tropics Business Summit. Have I missed anything out, Osvaldo?
No, he didn't. Do you want to carry on?
Yeah, I'm going to show the video about Tropics now. If you could just stop sharing your screen, and I'm going to share mine. See, I'm a woman in tech. I'm doing many things right now, so just bear with me. 2 seconds. Stop this video. Let's go back to... 2 seconds, guys. We're going to be closing down our... Right, cool. This is the one. I'm enjoying the video by myself because I haven't shared it. Right, can you all see that? Yeah? I'm dancing along to the music and no one can see it. Right, let's go. So that was a small snippet of what we are going to be in the beach, but also it's going to be a 5-day conference with, I'm talking media, I'm talking high profile people, I'm talking government, I'm talking presidents, I'm talking kings and queens. All of us are going to be present. So do not miss this opportunity to come down and go global with your business. So if you don't have your contact details, make sure you connect with us so we can capture your information, and you could be personally invited by one of our team, and you'll receive an email from commercialapsc.com. So I want you to read this quote yourselves and just really take it in as you're reading it. Next slide. So we always make sure we give our listeners a nice gift. And as you guys know, I'm a poet. So we've chosen this because we've learned a lot, right? And over the years, we've actually learned so much, and we're continuous learning. And I heard this quote before: if you're not learning, you're simply not growing. And we have to continue to develop our minds by learning. So I'm going to read this poem from my book, Soul of a Woman, A Journey to Self-Love, and we'll terminate our presentation. It's called I Have Learnt. I have learnt that through this journey of self-love, I am unique, alone in my own childlike imagination, in contentment of the words I speak. I'm not a superhero, nor am I a body. I'm divinely gracefully carved and sculpted, beautifully with the finest lines. I'm a spirit full of love, a goddess protected by angels from high above. God knew what he created was placed on his earth to win, to cry a river, climb the highest mountain, to live every day like it was the last, to give selflessly with no expectations, to love unconditionally with so much passion, to learn to dance in the rain and very often feel pain, to not be ashamed of who I am or hold on to what others did or hold on to blame, to not feel guilty for things I could have done, instead be glad that I moved on, to let people go, circumstances flow, yet continue to shine and grow, to find peace within, to live a life of discovery, to step in fear, yet still have faith that he is near. And he will never let me fall. Every piece he carved has a purpose in this life. My scars, my curves, my cellulite, my kinky afro hair, my nose, my lips, my beautiful soft brown skin. He blessed them all. He named me his African queen. With love for my king who sees my worth as a queen. For love for me who loves and gives so graciously. With love for my creation who sees a mother's unconditional nurturing presence. She is my princess, soon to become a queen. With love for my mother who raised me and ignited the diamond within. Her prayers saved me. I'm now passing on everything God has equipped me with, so she can see that life is indeed like a box of chocolates, sometimes bitter, sometimes sweet. Yet she has a choice of which one she desires to pick. God is love, our inner guide. Listen to the words he speaks. Don't feel ashamed to cry. Wipe the tears with pride. This path of self-discovery is so amazing, breathtaking, worth every tear, every scar, every no. It's unique to you. Just remember, there is a much bigger force within you. Call it God, Allah, Most High, Jehovah, YA. It's one force that is a higher essence of you. But you must be willing to throw yourself into its mercy with trust that you will be okay. One must fall to wake up to self, to know their own strength and discover their greatest gifts. To give love and receive love is your highest intention. To share these gifts with the world, to make a difference, save a life, make someone smile, be the change you wish to see. Throw yourself into his arms, discover your destiny. Breathe, let go, embrace, love the beauty within you. Be free. We are all connected in a great circle of life.
Wonderful. What amazing poem. Thank you very much. I would just like to end saying thank you very much for having us. And the message here that my team left here is for us. We are here. This is an opportunity. We are united here in this platform. Let's not forget that we need to change contacts. You need to be in contact. We need to work together. That's our message. If we want to make a change, we need to be the change. So let's be that change, guys. Let's get together and let's have tools to work together too. All right. Thank you very much. Much appreciated.
Thank you so much. And Rosario is smiling and he's share.
Yes, Quinn, can you let me host, please? I want to thank the team of APSC for this presentation this evening with great contribution of knowledge and wisdom. It was an amazing presentation, and a few of the points you made, I will talk about it a little bit. The point of what role can we play in the development of our people and the development of Africa? Also, how do we go forward as a people? And how do we contribute to the development of Africa? And going back to learn our history, I think we have merged with the organic African paradigm, which teaches us our history. Will go back and teaches us where the why we fall and the way we must go forward. And Brother Mitri is here tonight, so after the presentation, I would like him to introduce the organic African paradigm, give you a little bit more information about the organic African paradigm. So on the first point of what role do we play, I think you talk about collaboration and unity. For that to happen, we need to learn to merge the different Pan-Africanist group under one tree with different branches, where we look at all the agendas of the needs of the African people and the growth and development of Africa. How do we contribute? And we need to work collectively to make it happen. We cannot have separate Pan-Africanist group with the same agenda. Yes. So I will share my screen to present what we the way forward for our people, and what we have created and we believe that can help our people to move forward, but it's only going to happen collectively, not individually. So let's build 12 together, and the organic African paradigm have merged under one tree. The Let's Build 12 Together focused on the growth of finance to our people, and in the near future, the growth and development of Africa. The organic African paradigm focuses on decolonizing the mind. Many may disagree, but we are still living in a colonized system, and therefore we need to learn to decolonize our mind. So who we are as a community, Let's Build 12 Together is a social impact peer-to-peer investing platform, and whose mission is to facilitate wealth building in the Black communities globally by providing exclusive access to high quality financial products and services that produce measurable social impact to our people. So our mission is to be the narrative, which our king spoke about earlier and our queen spoke about earlier. So we need to be the narrative of change, to transform our people, to build transgenerational wealth through a peer-to-peer investment system, and to educate, inspire, and unite and collaborate in order to strengthen the Black community